Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. Now, I used to be a licensed future and options trader, and basically, I was a commodity broker. Well, we fought long and hard as a community, especially through Ripple and XRP, to prove that cryptos were not stocks. They're commodities. So why do people keep investing and keep their thought process like cryptos are stocks? Now, if you're doing well with that philosophy, keep doing it by all means. But if you're not doing well, my goal in this channel is to get you in the 10% that make money. 90% of everyone that invests in crypto lose money. It's what you call the dumb money. And I say that with love. But there's smart money and there's dumb money. And we're going to talk about that in this video. And then we're going to give an update on what's going on with AI agent projects. And if you're like me, you're going to get to stacking. But this is not financial advice. But guys, this video is going to be full of a lot of alpha. So hit the like button. Let's dive into it. All right, as you can see, guys, this is the last 4 hours. What a crazy week, volatile week this has been. But look, this is the last week. It's been about 50-50. Some projects have been doing well and others haven't. But the big money is rolling in and out. There's not a lot of new retail money coming in right now. And depending on your strategy, depends on how you're doing right now. I've done videos of some of my coaching clients that have killed it. If the bull run ended today, they would be doing great. Now, they still plan to catch the altcoin season, which I believe is going to come. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to be powerful. And I can't be more bullish. But I want to give you something to think about. I'll be honest, I've been around investing for 35 plus years. I bought my first foreign currency like in 1990. I have never been around a successful, wealthy investor that didn't want to talk more about the risk and the downside than the upside. And I've never been around someone that didn't want to take profits unless they are, have a portfolio in stocks that they're going to hold for 20 or 30 years. But cryptos are not stocks. 50% of all cryptos have already died, and 90% of all cryptos never hit a new all-time high in their second bull run. And my philosophy is buy new projects in the hot narratives. That's the highest probability. Does that mean that older projects can't do well? No, but I play the probabilities. And there's only been maybe one or two exceptions to the rule that every token makes the life changing the biggest gains for people in its first bull run. So why would you not focus on that? All right, hit the like button. Let's get into the alpha, and we're going to look at like 5 or 6 different charts, maybe a couple more. All right. First of all, guys, whether we like it or not, it is not altcoin season, and I don't see it starting anytime soon. The whole world has woken up to Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin dominance is absolutely ripping. The big money, not mine and your money, is going into Bitcoin. And I don't see that changing until we get a little bit further, or if not way further, down the road into this into this bull run. That being said, projects are going to rip on and off throughout this bull run. You're going to see big rips and a lot of volatility, a lot of pullbacks. And my strategy is to take profits along the way. And that's what works for me. That's what I'm going to share with you guys. All right. Did I say hit the like button? Hit that like button. All right. Here's another thing. And guys, bear with me. And I know a lot of people don't want to spend the time understanding this stuff, but I want to show you the difference between smart money and dumb money. I say that with love, but I want you to think about what you did during this time and do with that information as you will. If it's working for you, keep doing it. But if it's not, I would highly recommend open up your thought process and see what you're doing wrong. My goal is to get you in that 10%, get you into the smart money, get you thinking like the smart money. And once that light bulb goes off, you'll never see any investment the same. All right, let's go back till last year. At the first of last year, everyone's wallet was going up. Some people already made life-changing gains, but most people were doing better in until like March than they are even now, even though we have ripped since the election. And the people that took profits at the first of last year had all that dry powder to buy when everything crashed and stacked before the election, and they started selling after the election. So bear with me. All right, let's go back. See this big green line right here? That was the first of last year when your wallet was pumping. Now, the smart money was selling all during that time. The green means people were buying. The people buying all during that time is what you call the dumb money. The smart money was selling. So when you see this down move and this is the USDT dominance, this is people, the stable coins. This means that the smart money was selling, putting their money into stable coins, and retail was buying. Now, it went up and up and up. So we had like 6 or 7 months where the smart money was buying all those low prices. And they had dry powder because when everyone was buying in January, February, March, they were selling. So think about that, guys. Now, let's look at where we are right now and what happened since the election. Look at this, guys. See, when the USDT dominance is going down, that means smart money are taking profits. Everyone was buying and stacking. Oh, altcoin season, FOMO season. And then look what happened. We went down and then we got wrecked and then we went up and look at the volatility. So look where we're at right this moment. We just went down. That was people buying since the election and since the first of the year. But then we had the FOMC meeting, and all right before that, everything was going down. Were you buying? A lot of people were panic selling. And you see all these influencers telling you altcoin season's over, crypto's dead, all this stuff. Well, let's look at where we're at right now. Look at that, guys. That means the smart money was selling in the last couple of weeks. That's why everything has been going down. Well, let's look at this. This is where we are right now. The odds are that, excuse me, the odds are that we might keep going down because look at this. Let me show you the what we're doing right this minute. Bear with me. I'm going to go to the hourly. We're going down. And if we're lucky, we're going to keep going down. We might not. But what does that mean? Well, hopefully it means we keep going down and the next move is up. So remember, when things are going up, the smart money has already bought and are starting to buy more, right? That's going to move the prices up. That means they're going to go out of stable coins and start entering the market, right? Well, think about it, guys. Right now, and for the last week, now there's a lot of volatility. It's time to start stacking projects you have conviction in. And then what's going to happen? Hopefully, everything starts to rip. Well, most people are sitting around scared to death. They don't want to buy AI agents or AI projects or anything because they're scared. But let's fast forward to next week. Let's say everything starts to rip. The dumb money will start buying. And guess what happens? Here's what I always want you to remember. When we have those big green circles on crypto bubbles, the people are buying, the smart money's selling it to them. You're on the wrong side of the equation. And that's the point I want to get to right now when we look at AI agents. All right. Now, before we do, you should hit that like button if I didn't already say that. But here's a tool that is pretty new. Grok on Twitter or on X is amazing. It's current. Now it's not perfect, but if you know how to ask the right questions, it does really well. And I've dug into it and I literally asked Grok, how do you tell between the dumb money and the smart money? And he explained it to me. And he basically said something like this. He said, well, the so-called dumb money, they make blanket statements. And the smart money makes statements that can back it up based in facts and charts or whatever. So that's something you can really use. This tool is amazing. But I just asked it, I said, look, what is the smart money saying about AI agents, especially the infrastructure plays right now? And he went through and he talked about um, GRIFFAIN, said smart money sentiment in GRIFFAIN is noted technology promise and has been backed by Solana, which adds credibility. The mind share has been gaining traction, so on and so forth. He had nothing but positive things to say about GRIFFAIN, AI16z, AIXBT, virtuals, and TARS. And basically said the smart money is still positive and they think they're undervalued. So let's look at something. Hold on a second. Let's look at the chart. The first one is virtuals, right? Virtuals, in my opinion, is one of the blue chips in AI infrastructure, right? It's like pump fun, right? Solana exploded because of pump fun and they just started printing meme coins. Well, AI agents is a subsector of AI. So we really don't know how to judge those, but we can judge what happened to Pump Fun and what's happening with the AI agents. You're just going to get millions of them. I don't personally like the AI agents. I do play around with some of them, and I think some of them are amazing. But it's going to get so diluted, they're going to just be like meme coins. They're going to rip, and they're probably going to die. So, especially if you're buying AI agents, you should take profits aggressively, in my opinion. But I love the infrastructure, and it's really hard to distinguish which one is going to be the best one, the best performing one. Like when you get down to the projects that I'm talking about in this video, who knows? But I think they will all do well, and I think most of them will do exceptional. And most people that bought AI agents like at the first of the year had a big opportunity to take some profits and maybe take out their initial investment. That's what I did. That's what I teach. And that's the strategy that works for me. So the question is, did you buy AI agents when you were all FOMO'd in? And did you take any profits? And if you didn't, and you still have conviction, did you dollar cost average in on the way down? They're on sale. Now, here's my conviction about every project we're going to talk about. I truly believe that not one of these projects that we're going to talk about in this video has hit their all-time high, period. So if I believe that and I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, why would I not want them to go down? I hope they go down more and more. And then we just had the DeepSeek technology come out that wrecked NVIDIA, and it pulled down the entire market of AI and AI agents. Well, guys, the AI agents are using that technology. They can move that fast. They're not like humans. They don't have to think. They don't have to spend time to adopt the new technology. Almost every one of these projects within a matter of days have already switched to the new technology, and they can move faster and cheaper now. So look at virtuals, guys. It's got very low market cap. I can't read that because my little icon's in the way. But look at this, guys. If it just takes out its all-time high where it was, you're doubling your money. I think it has huge upside, and it just went from base to Solana, which now it has liquidity pools in both. You can buy it on either platform. I think it's the future. So now's the time to get to stacking. The smart money are buying AI agents right now. If you believe that, if you have the conviction, if you don't, stay out of them. And another thing, guys, AI agents are not like buying Solana or Ethereum or Bitcoin or SUI. They're higher risk. Hopefully, you have the type of portfolio and the game plan and the strategy to only put certain amount of money, the higher risk money, from your portfolio. And if you don't have that strategy or you don't understand how to do that, we'll talk about my coaching and what might be able to help you at the end of this video. Now let's look at AIXBT. That's a beautiful chart. And the people that bought at the first of the year, the end of last year, guys, they should have already taken out their initial investment. And if they did, they can start stacking this project again. And if they're not bullish anymore, they have that dry powder to buy something else. You know, I often get questions in my comment of, how do you always have dry powder? Or, I don't have unlimited money. Guys, I don't have unlimited money either. But when you take handfuls of profit along the way, you have dry powder. I learned the hard way to never not have dry powder. I constantly take handfuls when things rip. I'll give you an example. I did a video last night where I was buying Jasmine. Jasmine's up like 36, 39% today. Now, I was dollar cost averaging in, so I'd only got my first allotment and I missed it. That's part of the game. But I've already took a small handful today. Yes, if it keeps ripping, but we're not in altcoin season. But if it keeps ripping, I left money on the table. So what? It's all good, guys. It's profit. The name of the game is not to lose money. It's not how much money you could have made with hindsight. Now, let's look at AI16z. Absolutely love that project. I love this chart. Still bullish. Again, I don't believe any of these have hit their all-time high. So I'm good. I'm dollar cost averaging into almost all of these projects. That being said, I try to fight to not end up with 20, 30, 40 tokens like I have before. There's no reason to buy all these projects. They're going to run pretty much together. Yes, there's going to be one or two that outperforms, but we don't know which ones those are. But there's no reason for you to have your higher risk portfolio in the 5, 6, 8, 10 AI agents. It just doesn't make sense. And that gets into how to build a portfolio and how to create and execute your game plan. Most people don't have a game plan. They just watch a video, they get excited, the FOMO kicks in. Next thing you know, they have 10 AI agent tokens. And they may nail it, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to buy the top, not trying to sell, or I'm not trying to buy the bottom, I'm not trying to sell the top. I'm trying to get the meat in between and take profits along the way because we don't know what's going to happen, guys. Black swan, thank goodness we don't have to worry really about regulation, but we don't know what altcoin season is going to look like and we don't know when it's coming. But what we do know are projects that you own right now are going to rip and then they're going to get wrecked and they're probably going to rip again. Just like the chart showed us, there's huge volatility. Now, here's some alpha real quick before we move on. If you don't think or you're suspect about taking profits, I want you to think about something. Again, 90% of people lose money, but you got whales and institutions on the other side of these projects. So they have to sell into FOMO and they're not looking. Think about this, guys. If you put $10,000 in a project and you got 30, you're thinking, well, wait a minute, I want a 50X. I want a Lambo. What if you put 100 million, right? That's what the guys you're competing against. They put in 100 million, they got 30, 40, 50%, 100%, a 3X. They're selling, guys. That's why you have this volatility. It's like taking candy from a baby. The big money is the smart money. And they take their profits from 90% of retail. I can't stress that enough. These are not stocks. I mean, if you want to wreck yourself, hodl these things. And you will just donate the exit liquidity to all the whales, all the institutions, all the smart money. All right, TARS, wonderful project. Now, if you've noticed, these are all infrastructure plays. I've said that before. I like the infrastructure. To me, it's like buying Beam or Superverse in gaming instead of the games. Yes, if you nail one of the games and it comes out and it gets hot and explodes, you'll make a lot more money, but the risk is huge. And if a game comes out and it's stacked in like on Beam, it will pull up Beam. But again, it just gets into your strategy and whatever fits your risk reward in your portfolio. GRIFFAIN. I love this project, guys. It's a great project. And it is right now, guys, you can buy it way back here. And again, I believe that it hasn't hit its all-time high. Period. So if I believe that, I'm not scared to start stacking. And I'm going to dollar cost average in until I get the amount that I want. And then I'm going to hold it and start taking profits when it starts to rip. The sooner I can get my initial investment out, I'm guaranteed to be in the 10% club. I know it's a different philosophy, but ask yourself, if you're doing well, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're not, maybe you should hear me out and consider what I'm saying. All right. That being said, talking about AI agents, independent that are not infrastructure plays, there's projects like Vader AI. Love that project. I think it's going to do extremely well. It's like the BlackRock of AI agents. It basically buys into AI projects and it feeds the ecosystem and it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. It makes a ton of money. So I think projects like Vader are worth throwing a certain amount into it with your DGen money. All right, guys. If you don't, if you're not doing well and you think you need some help with your portfolio or with your strategy, I do one-on-one coaching. It's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. That's going to go away. And I created a course that puts all that type of information in, how to dollar cost average in, how to make your portfolio match your uh, excuse me, match your risk tolerance, how to get a game plan and a strategy. I put it all in a course that has 16 different videos, and it's going to retail for $499. It's on sale half price right now. And we're going to launch a new community inner circle project. We're going to launch a inner circle with a WAP and a WAP project and Discord, and there's going to be great discounts. So what I'm going to do, if you want to go ahead and start the coaching or the coaching program, email me. If you want to be involved in my community, my Discord, my inner circle, if you buy the course, you're going to get immense discounts, and we're doing giveaways. But even if you don't buy the course, when we launch, which is going to be about in the next 2 weeks, it's going to be great discounts that will not come back. So I can't be more excited about creating this community. Again, my goal is to get you in that 10% club. Now, it's not financial advice, but either way, guys, whether you take me up on my coaching or any of that, do yourself a favor. Get you a game plan, stick to it, make sure it has merit, and take profits, or you're going to become the profits. One last statement. If the majority were rich, the majority would be, if the majority were right, the majority would be rich. So, anyway, guys, hit one of the links down below, hit the like button, let me know what you think in the comment section. And either way, come back and be part of this community. Because again, we're going to get you in that 10% club if I can help it. Take care, guys.